Good morning, everybody. This is Carla, and I am back with another word of encouragement. I'm going to read the Devo that I wrote today. Do you know your purpose? You need to know your purpose. Acts 26:16 through 18. Get up and stand on your feet. I have appeared to you for this purpose, to appoint you to serve as a minister and as a witness to testify with authority, not only to the things which you have seen, but also to the things in which I will appear to you, choosing you for myself and rescuing you from the Jewish people and from the Gentiles, the non-believers, to whom I am sending you, to open their spiritual eyes, so that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, that they might receive forgiveness and release from their sins, and an inheritance among those who have been sanctified, set apart, been made holy by faith in me. So this passage is when Jesus appeared to Paul on the road to Damascus. It's probably the most important point in Paul's life, his conversion to being a believer in Christ. Previously, Paul, who was then known as Saul, had been persecuting and killing Christians. After this one encounter with Jesus, did you catch that? One encounter with Jesus, his life was forever changed, never to be the same again. The person who once persecuted Christians was now preaching the good news of the gospel. And then he went on to write 13 books in the New Testament. Never in a million years did he or those around him expect such a radical change in his life. In fact, everyone was leery of even speaking to him for fear of what he might do to them, knowing that they were Christians. But on that road to Damascus, Paul suddenly knew his purpose. Jesus himself appeared to Paul, telling him exactly what he would do with his life. From that day forward, he was to be a minister and a witness for the Lord. When we discover our purpose, it might not be so dramatic as it was with Paul. Jesus probably will not appear in front of us and speak loud to us and tell us exactly what we're going to do in some dramatic fashion like he did Paul. But you will not forget the moment that you encounter the Lord and he tells you what your purpose is. I remember the exact date, and I remember the time. It was around 6:30 to 7 in the evening, watching a sermon, a video sermon, and the Lord spoke to me, and he told me so clearly, you're going to teach people to love me, you're going to teach them how to love themselves, and then you're going to teach them how to love others. That's the moment in my life that it was changed, and it's forever etched in my memory. See, I write that down in a journal. I wrote it in a journal. I date things in a journal and I flag them with little colored flags. Red being like the most important things. Because there are days that I become discouraged. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What's really going on, Lord? And I can look back and remember what he told me. Because it's so easy for the devil to get in my head and say, who do you think you are? You're not supposed to be doing that. Who told you to do that? What are you doing? Nobody's listening to you. Nobody wants to hear you. That's the devil. Because I know what the Lord told me to do. And he tells me when to make a video and not to make a video. So I have to stop listening to the lies of the devil and those around me that try to discourage me. I know what my purpose is because the Lord himself told me. What's your purpose? Have you fasted and prayed and asked the Lord what you're to do for him? Has he been giving you dreams and visions and maybe you don't understand them? Have you asked him to reveal your purpose to you and the purposes behind the dreams and visions? Have you asked him what he wants you to do with your life for him? I feel like it's vital that we all know what his purpose is for us, as he is the one that orders and directs our every step. You need to know your purpose and allow the Lord to make your crooked paths straight for His purpose. Man, it takes a hot minute sometimes for you to find out what your purpose is in the Lord. He's not going to answer you immediately. I prayed about that for a long time, for actually close to 6 or 8 months, I think, maybe even longer. But He did reveal it to me. And when He did, I had no doubt that that's what He said. I wrote it down as quickly as I was hearing it. And then I sat there and went back and read it and was just in awe that the Creator of the universe would speak so clearly to me. And yes, there are days that I have doubts. That was 3 years ago. I never in a million years thought I would write devotionals. I never in a million years thought I would do videos. I never thought I would encourage anybody I come encounter with. You know, I never thought that that would be my life. Just like Paul didn't think he would do anything for the Lord. You have a purpose in His kingdom. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but to give you a future and a hope." He has something specific just for you. You just have to ask Him and find out what that is. Okay? So today and every day, be encouraged, bless others, hold on to hope, believe in God's promises, and trust in the Lord always.